Resources such as research, government lending schemes, and special awards offer funding to higher education institutions. However, because there are not enough finances, these institutions have had to raise their tuition costs. Thus, the government should diversify the sources of these fundings.
A challenge, as we have said, because these private universities do exist in our country. But what does the government do? One, once a university currently, because of resources that is available, once you are chartered, the students in those private chartered universities do benefit from their own scheme. What we are doing as the National Council is to keep on arguing with government and parliament to make sure that the fund that goes to their own scheme is increased, so that a number of students are able to benefit. Because even currently, it's still limited to STEM, science, technology, and the other subjects. But we believe that if the funding was adequate enough, we would be able to move along that side. Because with private universities running on their own, depending on tuition, it's a big challenge.
The lack of facilities to advance research into better possibilities prevents students from utilizing the benefits of their research. Because of the low budget established for students, the education sector lacks all of the required facilities to support research conducted by students in higher education institutions, resulting in inability to meet their targets.
Learners cannot manage to do research and generate what they have researched about when they don't have money. So in the due course, I think the government should either also fund these projects. Otherwise, what will be researched will not be generated at the end of the day.
Higher education research is stagnant since it never produces useful results for students. The government's meager facilities continue to fall short of the students' expectations, who have eagerly embraced the idea of being self-employed job creators.
The research is funded more. I think the products may be visible. For example, I can also talk about in terms of the new curriculum, whereby this curriculum is hands-on, whereby if the learners in whatever they are discovering and coming up with is being funded more, it can come up, we can see more products coming on board. Science and innovation can improve, whereby we may not see we may see the reduction in a number of job seekers, and we may see job creators instead.
The education sector is a wide ecosystem that supports economic development that needs to be facilitated at all levels. Various organizations should come up with a streamlined plan to support all education programs.
The education industry has got a very wide ecosystem, wider than any other sector. When you look at the education sector, every other economic sector rotates around education. That's why you find that when the schools close, you find almost all sectors of the economy come down. They suffered even much more during the lockdown for 2 years.
Higher education institutions are expected to raise funds made from research by students. However, the education sector is still lacking enough money to facilitate the research. National Council for Higher Education advises students in higher institutions to embrace research in order to receive funds for their development project. Martha Nimsima, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.